Another major development in the Gilgo Beach murder investigation. Thank you for being with us on this Friday. I'm Marni Hughes in Chicago. Police have now identified a previously unknown victim first discovered back in 1996, and they say it is connected to this ongoing case and investigation. Her name is Karen Vergata. She was 34 years old when she disappeared on Valentine's Day, as you heard the DA say, 27 years ago. Like the other victims in this case, she was a sex worker. Police say her family has been notified, but no charges have been filed at this time. The suspect and the man charged in 3 deaths along that beach is Rex Heuermann. He may be charged in a 4th. He, again, was not named in this new update from police. Joining me now, trial attorney and legal analyst Brian Claypool. Thank you for being with us, as always. The DA is out in front of this. Every time there's something new in this case, he calls a press conference. He shares the information. He did not connect Rex Heuermann to this latest development of this victim, but it does show that this investigation is in the throes of gathering evidence, and there is constant developments in this case and trying to link all these other deaths. What do you make of what they shared in identifying Jane Doe, known as Fire Island Jane, all these years later?
Hey, Marni, nice to be back with you. Boy, it's incredible how they were able to identify Miss Vergata. I don't know if you knew, but part of her body was found in one location near Fire Island. I believe it was her legs and her arms, and then they found a skull closer to Gilgo Beach of her. And then they did this genealogy testing. They took DNA from a relative of Miss Vergata and were able to identify her. So that's incredible. That's the first step in the process of determining whether there's going to be any charges filed. In other words, they found her body and they've now identified her, and now they're going to stage 3, which is they're going to ask for a DNA swab of Heuermann to see if there's any connection to her body.
What does that tell you that they're asking for a cheek swab from him now? Because we do know, according to their evidence, they have his DNA from the pizza crust, and they also have the hair that was found in the burlap bag of one of the other 3 victims. So the idea that they need more, does that tell you that they don't have quite enough definitive evidence?
Well, it tells me that they might have used the prior DNA in testing of the other victims. Remember, I think he's been charged on 3 of the victims. Right. They may have used, Marni, all of the previous DNA in testing on the other 3 victims, and they need to get another DNA swab. Now, look, if I'm representing Heuermann, I might take the position that you need probable cause to get his DNA. You can't just go willy-nilly and say, hey, give me another swab of his DNA in connection with Miss Vergata without some reasonable nexus between him and Vergata. So his lawyers may challenge that.
The probable cause is not that he's been arrested in connection to these other bodies found on the beach. Because she's a new victim, they would need additional evidence?
If I'm representing him, that's what I would argue. It's likely, Marni, that given the other victims, given that he's been charged on 3 of those victims, given the fact that he is a suspect in the other cases as well, I think a judge is likely to err and being cautious here and allowing more DNA to see if that matches Vergata. But another thing I wanted to point out too, Marni, is I noticed that the prosecutors had turned over a lot of evidence to Heuermann's lawyers. One of the pieces of evidence was over 100 hours of surveillance video, which I found rather intriguing, that they have surveillance video. So they may have been following him to see if they could find something that might implicate him. So it'd be interesting to find out what that video shows.
Right, and all of the other digital evidence that they have from inside his home in that 2 weeks long search, and the phone and cell phone records and the internet searches. I mean, it appears they have a lot of evidence, but they're even asking for more. I thought it was pretty interesting that the district attorney will lead the prosecution's case on this. It shows you how important this is, that he is out in front and that he wants to take charge. Is that significant in your legal eyes?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it sends a message also to Heuermann's team that he is likely the suspect here. I mean, to me, Marni, one of the most critical pieces of information that you mentioned about Miss Vergata is that she was a sex worker. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, uh-oh, because all these other victims have been linked to him trying to set up meetings to potentially have sex. And that connects the dots with Miss Vergata. And another thing that's really fascinating about this case, and I mean that in a respectful way to the families, because they want to find the murderer, is the fact, Marni, that they can secure DNA from victims from over 20 years ago. And I did a little research on this, and as long as a body or body parts are not exposed directly to sunlight, if there's something maybe covering it or it's in a cloudy area, DNA can last on somebody's body 50 to 100, sometimes 250 years.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.